Oh my god!
Riley has a mullet this morning. I'm not sure what's up with that.
Not even joking. That was the first dive and he has a hogfish. You're unbelievable. Show me.
They can't tell you when to go home. They can't leave drunken messages on your phone.
Welcome back to another episode of Sailing La Vagabond. If you missed last week's episode, here's what happened. We ran into a friend, Steve, who we met in Spain.
What an amazing turn of events.
I know.
I told you in Mallorca, if you ever come to the Abacos, then I got to show you some hospitality. So that's what we're doing.
You're the best.
Thanks a lot.
He kindly invited us to tie up and stay with him and his family at their holiday home here in the Abaco Islands in the Bahamas. It was a welcome break from being on anchor, and we managed to get a bunch of jobs done that we've been meaning to do for quite some time now. Plus, they had the local knowledge on some amazing fishing and freediving spots. This morning, sadly, it was time to untie the lines. We love you guys! Bye! So we just said our goodbyes to the fam and we're heading over to Marsh Harbour. These guys are actually leaving as well today. They're flying back to Florida, but we wanted to say a huge thank you to Steve, Laura and Morgan just for being amazing and making us feel like so at home. We really needed that.
Thank you very much, guys. Not often that we receive that kind of hospitality. That really was amazing.
Yeah. And it's not the last we'll see of you guys. I'm sure we'll see you again very soon. But seriously, thanks for an amazing few days.
They're off on their around the world trip, and I don't come across people that want to jump in the water and spend, 4 or 5 hours a day. They went spearfishing the other day and then came back, had 20 minutes rest on the dock, and then came for a sail with us. They're just going to have a lot of fun on their around the world trip.
Yeah, we're excited for you guys. Can't wait to hear about the adventures. Anyway, Riley and I are sailing over to Marsh Harbour because the boat is officially out of food. We haven't done a good shop since Florida, so we're pretty much out of food. We had refried beans for lunch, which is actually really good. We had butter in our coffee because we're out of milk. But there's a big market over at Marsh Harbour. Laura said it's amazing and I'll be able to get heaps of weird stuff that it's hard to find in other places. So that's where we're going. We're going to spend the night there and then we can head off on another big adventure out into the wilderness. Unpacked our stuff, but not really. I'm just going to wait till we get there to officially unpack. I forgot to mention that Meg also left this morning, so Steve...
Did you say that?
No, I didn't say that Meg left. I'm
she
so
left
tired,
at
I had a
5:30
terrible
this morning.
sleep. Yeah, Meg left at 5:30, Steve ran her across to Marsh Harbour where we're going now to get a flight all the way back to Australia. I miss you already, Megsy. Thanks for some much needed girl time. I love you.
Hello, I'm Meg. For years we've been trying to tee up to sail together, so finally made it over. Yeah, we're in the beautiful Bahamas.
Alright, perfect.
Charlie's gonna love it. He loves butter, hey? Butter is life.
Margaret is stalking us. Let's go.
Pace a little bit off. Yeah. We're gonna get some golf buggies and see what's around.
Is that your deepest?
Yeah, I think it is my deepest. I'm coming to live in the Bahamas, so if anyone's gonna play, yeah.
It's gonna be a bit of a chilled out day today, I think. I'm very, very tired. For some reason I could not sleep. I had a green tea at 8 PM, but that can't be it.
I had a nightmare about spearfishing, and
It was twitching all night.
woke Elayna up and she couldn't get back to sleep.
Yeah. Rough night. What's the wind doing today?
18 knots. That's a good thing about this boat is you can have full sail up to 18 knots is by the book, but you can push it a lot further than that depending on the sea state. It means that we're having to reeve a lot less than we would. And also we can sail still quite quickly with a reeve in at night time, which makes things a lot safer. So you're not always on your limits. Like I needed to be on the old boat to maintain a reasonable boat speed. I needed to have the exact right amount of sail up all the time, or we'd be going, it'd be a bit of a grind, we'd be going pretty slowly.
Oh, is that them? No way. Oh my god!
What? That was incredible.
So cool. They weren't lying when they said they were leaving now.
No.
That's so cool, that was them, just cruising by on their plane.
Creaking in my head, tell me what burns red, tell me what glows green.
It's pretty shallow in here. It says I can anchor over in there, but I don't trust me.
Well, at first sight, Marsh Harbour's not the prettiest of harbours. Thanks for doing everything.
I didn't. We did a very good job. That's a nice looking cat over there. You've been working hard, Elayna.
Nearly done.
We're going to get ready because we've got a live broadcast for the patrons soon.
Yeah, we have a live broadcast. I haven't put any of the shopping away. I have a rat's tail because my hair won't go up in a ponytail because it's too short. And I have a killer stomachache. I don't know why.
Because you got a baby in there.
But baby's not happy. And the fridge smells like fish. Do we need any logs?
I go, do we need a tomato? And Elayna goes, do we need a log?
Do you eat this or? No idea.
Got this feeling coming over me.
Riley has a mullet this morning. I'm not sure what's up with that.
Nice hair, mate.
I know.
Watch the storm, sunless frame in a door.
We have no idea where we're going today, which is exciting. We're just going to literally go where the wind blows us, but basically we're heading northwest. So yeah, we want to explore the Abacos. There's a fair few places we've been told are must-sees, and Riley's keen to get into some more spearfishing. I might get into a few coconuts, see what I can whip up in the kitchen. It's not much of a plan, but it's the best I got.
Got them smiling eyes for miles and miles.
Buongiorno, mi camera. La pellicola. La pellicola. Two good things that's happened recently is we filled up our water tanks and turned off one of our fridges and defrosted it. Took the fish from that and put it in the esky, which we filled up with ice. This was all at Steve's place. And full fridges of food now that we've been to Marsh Harbour. So we went from Scotland Quay down to Marsh Harbour. We're leaving there now, and I'm just discussing with Elayna what we want to do. We've got about 14 days, and then straight after that we've got to meet up with another 5 to 10 patrons in Nassau. So we need to leave this area and head a little bit further south. But in the meantime we've got to spend 14 days, and it's sort of a matter of whether we want to head all the way northwest and get to some really beautiful locations, or if we miss out on them and hang down this way a little bit more, because at some stage we'll have to be beating back into the wind. It's not even a matter of comfort, it's just how many hours we want to sail and how many hours we want to spend in the water swimming with sharks and turtles and dolphins and snapper.
So we have a bit of a problem. As you guys know, there's a hole in the dinghy that we cannot find because it's so small. Obviously Riley's been trying.
Love me tender,
love me, sweet. Never let me go.
Anyway, we cannot find the hole, so over about a week it deflates, and our pump has recently just broke and we could not fix it. We couldn't fix it. So we don't have a pump for our dinghy anymore, which means that it's slowly going to deflate and we might not have transport to and from land.
We'll be swimming by the end of the week.
This is when I think we got the hole in the tender. The day we got into a huge pickle in Greece. That was the worst thing that happened to our equipment that day, and I'd say we were very, 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 very lucky. If you haven't seen this episode yet, be sure to check it out.
We've decided to go to one of the further options on our list of destinations. So we're gonna hoist the main. It's become necessary to hoist the mainsail.
So Riley's going to do this all by himself because every now and then he likes to do it single-handed just to kind of remind himself how to do everything by himself. So we're going to hoist the mainsail with the head sail out. We're not going to turn the engines on.
So for anyone that doesn't know, I've just tightened up on the head sail so that we can point into the wind, and I got the mainsail all ready to be hoisted.
How'd you go?
It took a long time. I got it done. It's just getting caught up on a lot of different things. With just the head sail, you can't point into the wind as much as you'd like. So then the mainsail is getting caught in the lazy jacks. You got to tie the lazy jacks forward, then the sail's falling out. I think there'll be a process where I hoist it part way and then tie the lazy jacks forward so that the sail isn't falling out of the bag, or maybe pushing the sail onto the other side so that it stays in that lazy jack. But there'll be a process that I can make that easier.
But you got
Definitely.
it up, it was just messy.
I did it, it was disgusting. There's only better ways to do it, so that's good. We are out in the open Atlantic Ocean. It's very calm, we've got nice wind. We've had to come out a cut and go back in around Whale Key, which is just over here to my left, because the waters are too shallow to traverse on the bank inside there. There's actually a reef up here that I'd like to go and spearfish, but don't think I'll get a chance.
Riley's just convinced me to drop the sails and take him for a drift dive. He's found a place called Chubb Rocks. It's a shallow reef out in the middle of nowhere, so bound to have fish. He couldn't help himself. I've just made lunch. He's probably not going to eat it until he gets back, but I'm just so happy to have fresh ingredients. Oh yeah. You're going to eat lunch before you go or after?
I'll have half now.
Can't get in that water quicker, he reckons. Riley's about 100 metres in front of me, so I can see him. But the best thing to do, because the wind's behind me, is to put your butt to the wind. If I'm just in reverse, we sit quite nicely in the water and I don't drift too far. Whereas as soon as I turn around and head into it, it's a bit harder to kind of stay in the same position. Not even joking. First dive down. That was the first dive and he has a hogfish. You're unbelievable. Show me. He is a madman. First dive, hey?
Can you get that off?
Thanks for watching, guys. Next time we arrive in Manjack Key and play with the wildlife like I said we were going to do in the last episode, but it didn't work out like that, so I apologise.